Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All In Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice. And I got my partners rolling with me as always. You see my nephew up there. Josh, what's going on?
What's going on, Unc? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I heard you went to a little festivity today.
Yeah, shout out to the OG on here, man. Me and the OG was up there. We saw each other, man. Shout out to the OG. OG, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
y'all doing a little wine tasting and wine.
Hey, man, you got to expand your horizons, man. I appreciate y'all guys for bringing me out, taking a young guy like myself and expanding my horizons, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, did they have any MD 2020 up there?
Okay. No, they had Steph Curry and KD 2017 up there. I drank the whole bottle. I drank the whole bottle when I was drinking though. At 2017, I like the vintage stuff. I don't like the new stuff. I like the vintage stuff. You know.
With that, we're gonna thank everybody for tuning in to last week's show and thanking everybody for tuning in this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. You know, I don't say the word. I haven't said the word in 3 years. 3 years. But I'm always tell you, protect yourselves and your family best way you know how. Mr. Josh, nephew Josh, are you ready to get things going?
Ready, let's get it popping, baby.
All right, what you got?
I'm gonna take it back old school. I got me a blue Huggy.
Oh man, I don't drink nothing blue, man. Got some water.
I hear that.
You ready to get things going?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Y'all know what's first on the agenda. It is the All-In State of the Union. You know who is brought to you by the best days, the best of words, the best ever done it. His name is Hill. You know what we call him? We call him the Big Dog. What's going on?
Dog?
You're looking at power. You're looking at strength. You're looking at the strongest wrestler in the world today. Ernie Ladd, my main man, Ernie Ladd. We had a weightlifting contest with lots of money involved and the American dream. God knows he stuck his ugly nose into my business, in the weightlifting business. Therefore, the man has suffered serious eye damage, serious brain damage. Will never be the same again once he gets next to superstar Billy Graham. Wants to sell the thing, and it will be.
That's right. Rest in peace, superstar Billy Graham that we lost earlier this week.
Yes.
Before you think of Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and all the rest of them, you better think superstar Billy Graham because he was the innovator of all that smack talking.
He was a mixture of Dusty Rhodes and Hulk Hogan, I think.
How was he a mixture when he was before then?
I'm just saying, I feel like if you take Dusty Rhodes and Hulk Hogan and put them together, you got superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah, he could. But I think he was better. Which version of superstar? He had Kung Fu superstar Billy Graham.
Oh,
too.
no, definitely not the Kung Fu. The one where, you know, he still had.
Also, on another sad note, we lost the icon, a legend, Jim Brown this week. How you feel?
That hurt. Jim Brown is one of them guys as a young black man that you learn about, appreciate, you know. So, like I said, that hurt. We're going to talk about him later, too.
Okay. Super Bowl. NFL announced the Super Bowl site for the next 3 years. Super Bowl 58 will be at, of course, where All In Sports will do their first live show ever and All In Football, Giant Stadium in Nevada, Las Vegas. Then Super Bowl 59 will be in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Superdome. And Super Bowl 60 will be at Levi Stadium in San Francisco. How you feel?
Put your jeans on, baby. Put your jeans on. I love it. Great, warm Super Bowl site. Can't wait to get to Vegas with you guys. February.
Which Super Bowl is this one? New Orleans. They've been hosting Super Bowls.
Yeah, they had so many.
Since the
they had so many. They had 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. I mean, they probably had the most memorable one. Now I'm gonna say most memorable Super Bowl. I'm not trying to get any fan base upset, but I think the one with the Ravens and the 49ers when the lights going off, that was probably the most memorable because the lights going off, the comeback, pass interference not being called at the end of the game. So New Orleans has definitely had some good games in the Super Bowl for sure.
The MLS has expanded to San Diego and to make the 30th team in 2025. How you feel?
I love it. all these leagues. Wouldn't be surprised if they put if they already have an MLS team in Vegas. That's definitely coming, if not already came. It's just good. Let's expand more sports. I love the fact that we expand these leagues. Let's keep expanding. Let's keep putting more teams out here. Let's keep more product out here. People like MLS. Let's rock out.
I told you this almost 3.5 years ago, Lee Ice. It's not a rumor. It's a strong rumor now. It may happen at the end of this year that the ACC might be now more ACC, as Clemson, Florida State, Miami, North Carolina State, University of Virginia, and Virginia Tech are all thinking about leaving. Clemson and Florida State has always been pondering for the past 10 years about joining that Southeastern Conference, known as the SEC. How you feel?
That's something.
I grew up watching ACC, especially ACC basketball. I mean,
I would say, Lee Ice, I ain't gonna lie, I get on you about old school, like, yeah, we gotta get out our ways, but I feel you. I think the realignments, part of my language is messed up college. I was gonna say another word, but messed up college. You're not gonna get Syracuse, Georgetown no more. Think about this, like UCLA and USC, they're gonna be in the Big Ten. Like, that's geographically, that's like, what? Huh? So I definitely get it. Oregon
and Washington talking about coming in 2 more years. So
I believe that going to the Big Ten. So it's like, look, man, I'm for everybody getting their money, but I want the rivalry. Like in basketball, I'm sorry, Big Dog, for being long with it, but I stay up on the West. As an East Coast guy, I stay up in college basketball season watching Arizona and UCLA. Like, I'm not gonna get that no more. So that hurts. So yeah, I definitely wish these teams could definitely still play, but you know how it is about that $green bill. So,
Judge said he will not release Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend NDA. She's trying to bust Tiger Woods, write all book like Country Wayne did with Sarah. Hey, WNBA took first round pick from the Aces and suspended Becky Hammond for bullying. How you feel?
Whoa, bullying.
Yeah, bullying. Exactly. The WNBA champs too. They won a championship last year.
Yep.
They WNBA champs.
Peacock will carry an NFL playoff game next year exclusively for the first time on streaming network. How you feel?
I love it. Go ahead, Big Dog. Go ahead, Lee Ice. Go ahead.
Don't like it. Shouldn't have to pay for the playoffs.
You not, Lee Ice. I sent you something yesterday. Did you have to pay for a fight I sent you yesterday?
No.
All right, then. So you're not gonna pay for that football game. So you'll be fine. It's good. Let's get these streaming services their recognition, just like ESPN, Fox, CBS, all ABC. They're all getting their recognition. ESPN getting their recognition. They got Buck and Aikman. That's why they're getting the Super Bowl. So let's give these other networks a chance to host a playoff game.
The Oakland A's have reached an agreement with a Las Vegas developer that for a stadium site at the Tropicana will be torn down. Remember, Lee Ice, when we was out there, remember I said the Tropicana used to be right there. What happened?
Yeah.
Oakland A's will be playing. How you feel?
That was
Las Vegas A's.
That's out there.
Las Vegas A's, yeah.
Vegas, boy. Who would thought Vegas can get any bigger? And it's
just think in February it gotta be enough space for the three of us. So it better be big.
On a final note, ex-Falcon quarterback, ex-Colt quarterback Matt Ryan joins the CBS as an analyst. How you feel?
He looks like an analyst, don't he?
Yeah, one more final note.
He definitely looks like an analyst. Sure.
2 more final notes. Georgia Bulldogs said we're not coming to the White House to see President Biden because we got things to do called prepare for next season. Also, AEW Collision starting June 17th on TNT. Saturday Night Live Wrestling is back. Taking this commercial break.
Oh, man. All right. Y'all heard what he said. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about America's pastime. Is it on the rise? Is it coming back? We talk about that. All this sports, Josh, the Big Dog, and Lee Ice. We'll be right back.
life in the NFL for you?
The hardest part was like life in America during that time, because racism was the first thing I faced when I woke up in the morning, and struggling to maintain my dignity and still be commercial enough to play the game. It was very difficult.
One of my favorite images were you sitting next to Muhammad Ali. That picture, and Bill Russell and Bobby Mitchell and Kareem was right there. You was there. Yeah. And really that picture speaks volumes. Courage. I mean, it really epitomizes guys that took a stand, black athletes that were at a very unpopular time supporting Muhammad Ali, who didn't want to go to war, didn't want to get drafted because of his beliefs.
Lee Ice, that was a roundtable with Jim Brown. It was Marcus Allen, Franco Harris, the late Franco Harris. And I want to say Billy Sims was on there too.
NFL round
the roundtable a couple years ago. And that was
for the NFL 100. Yeah, NFL 100.
Because when I was growing up, Jim Brown used to talk a lot about Franco. So they must have made up.
They were sitting right next to each other.
Remember they had that race? I don't know if you remember the race.
I remember.
Yeah. And then there was I think 84, 85, it was rumored that he was going to come back at age 47. I got a picture of him in a Raiders uniform on Sports Illustrated. I think
Jim Brown?
Yeah.
Jim Brown? Wow.
Bad
man.
know,
speaking of Jim Brown, like obviously I'm younger than you guys, so growing up, like you hear mythical legends. So you hear like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, well, Lou Alcindor, now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You hear about the Bill Russells. You hear about the black men that stood on this country and made sure like we have the freedoms that we have now. Like just listening. So when Jim Brown died, he died Friday. So what the NFL Network did was they directly just transferred all their programming to him. So I saw a football life with him, and I seen it before, but obviously it hit a little different because he died. And he said the realest thing. He said, the best work you do, nobody will never see. My language, that hurt me. That hit me. Because the best stuff he said, the best stuff that you do, no one will never see. The best stuff that people do, no one will never see. So, like, that really hit me. Because I thought about it, like, with you, like, you took an opportunity with me. Like, nobody knows that. Big dog, you took an opportunity with me. Nobody knows that. So, like, even the smallest opportunities, like, we should cherish, we should be thankful for. And Jim Brown, like he's so much more than a football player to me. Like he's so much more than an actor to me. He's so much more than an activist. Like whenever you if I say Kobe, you think of Kobe Bryant. If I say Michael, you think of Jordan and Jack. If I say Jim, you think of Brown. Like that's powerful when you can say somebody's first name and you think of them. So like, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to his family. Rest in peace to his beautiful wife. And I just want to say one more thing. Like, obviously Jim Brown wasn't a saint. He had this record with the police from 60s to the 90s. Fine. I'm not saying fine, but we all make mistakes. But I feel like with him, like starting America I Can, like be going in inner cities, man, to be talking to people, man, to be giving people a chance who really voices really couldn't be heard. Man, that's a real man. So I appreciate a real man for being on this world, for showing me a foundation, for showing me what I should be doing. I'm not going to call nobody else out, but what I should be doing, like America I Can. Like, that's powerful. Like, that's more than such a name. Like, you in here teaching black kids, inner city kids, how to do this, how to do that. Like, I just want to tell people, if you haven't seen The Football Life with Jim Brown, you should go see it. It's powerful. It'll change your life.
I mean, you said it. He's a real man. Jim Brown is a man's man. And the thing about Jim Brown, at least I've never heard nothing. I mean, you know how athletes, how they, even Jordan, people say negative stuff or try to
Isaiah Thomas. You never had nobody say anything bad about Jim Brown.
Never heard nobody say, "Oh, Jim didn't do this," or you know, you never hear nobody. Even though a lot, let's see, not a lot, but yeah, a lot of people are passing. Even though you know Emmett and Walter Payton and
Barry Sanders.
I think Jim Brown's like 8th or 9th now. You'll never hear nobody say flat out they better than Jim Brown.
No, they always say Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Jim Brown, Walter, then myself. However you want to rank them, fine, whatever. But my point is, sir, I'm gonna give you the ultimate respect. They call that man Mr. Brown. Like that, like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Come on.
All the players that played with him, against him, all the players that played after him, he's probably the one player that gets the most respect out of all players. Like you said, they call him Mr. Brown. You know.
I love Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is the greatest football player. I know we disagree with that, fine. But if somebody said, well, you know what, Josh? I think Jim Brown better. What am I going to say? Like, I'm not going to be like, well, no. Like, Tom, Jim Brown was an icon. Is an icon. Is a legend. It should be celebrated. And I just want to give him his flowers.
I just love watching the old, Big Dog, you know about this, the old Inside NFLs or the old This Week or them old clips of what's my man name that, that do the voice, what's his name, Big Dog? The voice of the NFL back in the day.
Steve Saber, Ed Saber.
No, it's either Harry Cowlett or Tom Facenda.
John Facenda. That's it. You hear John Facenda talking about number 32, called Superman, and they show highlights of him just running, literally like running over people. But not only could he run over you, he'd run past you.
Absolutely.
And to hear them people talk about stories about him, how he always got up slow, never got up fast. He said he never let his opponent know he was hurt because he never wanted to give them advantage. You know, he said he always got up slow, so he wanted them to think, well, damn, is he hurt?
Is he hurt?
He always got up the same way. And then he walked away in his prime.
Yeah, his prime, yeah.
Walked away in his prime and became, back then he probably was the number one actor back then.
He was.
Then he was a pioneer in the acting industry, you know. First black man to do a romantic scene with a white woman. Raquel Welch's dad. Men, Jim Brown age, boy, man, they looked up. Like my father.
Absolutely.
They looked up to that man. He was like,
absolutely.
He was the man. Ain't no other way to say it.
Sure was.
You think about his number, a whole lot of famous athletes for 32.
32, yeah.
But it will always be his. I mean, you got Magic, you got OJ, you know. You can think of all these people that wore 32.
Shaq. You got all Barkley. I think Barkley wore 32. Didn't Barkley wear 32 for a year?
1 year.
Yeah.
He wore it out of respect for Magic.
For Magic, yeah.
32. You know, Franco Harris, 32. Yeah. Edgerrin James.
Richard Hamilton in basketball.
There's only 132 though. That's Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
R.P. brother, man. And then, I want to say, and then I remember him. All right, keep that thought. We gotta go to break. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna finish my thoughts. We're gonna jump into something else. Watching all this sports, y'all. Talking about the good old Jim Brown. That's
Dino Bravo, WrestleMania 4, brother. The man who lifts condominiums off his chest. The man who carries battleships on his back. I know you don't have to tell everybody. You don't have to say it was a mistake. You don't have to say anybody help you. I have spotted you. I have been with you, brother. You don't have to impress me. I have been impressed. Now you're on the dark side. Now you want to be the WWF heavyweight champion. Oh, so do I. I have for a long time, and I've worked hard, and I'm working harder and harder. You're not going to work any harder than me. You're not going to get any better than me. You're not going to be any more intense than me, Dino Bravo.
You know, I'm not encouraging you, Don Morocco, in the least, to look past your match with.
Was that the magnificent one?
That's right, Leah. The magnificent Don Morocco. Crazy Don Morocco.
Crazy.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers of all
Mine too.
At one time.
Mine too. I love this interview.
His interviews he was Macho Man before Macho Man.
He had the George Hamilton tan back then, man.
Tan was unbelievable. Unbelievable tan. His tan was like a perfect tan. I like, come on, dude. How you have a perfect tan all the time?
All the time. I used to go to school with this dude named Tony Hazakowski. He used to say, "Oh, that's my uncle, man. He's my uncle." He'd be on the school bus talking just like. All right, y'all, we back.
But you know who Uncle he is, though, right? He's the Rock's uncle. He's the Rock's uncle.
Is he?
He's related to Rock. Yeah.
Never knew that.
Oh, yeah. I never knew that either. You learn something new every day on this show.
I wanted to finish up with Jim Brown. Let's say I remember they was interviewing him. He was walking through the city's gang territory, but he was walking by himself. And they said, "Aren't you scared?" I said, "What I gotta be scared for?" And he formed a truce back then with the Bloods and the Crips.
In the Crip, yeah.
That's how powerful that man was.
Yeah.
Like I said, a true legend gone. All right, man.
Rest in peace, Tony.
The NHL.
Yes.
In the conference finals.
We are.
The team that I picked the biggest upset, hey, they are the Miami Heat of the NBA.
But the NHL, you should say.
I mean, yeah, the NHL. The Florida Panthers, they up 2-0 on the road in Carolina. Yeah. Both games in overtime.
Absolutely. They won game 1, 3-2, 4 overtimes. That was that TNT thriller that was up to like 1. Pardon me. That was up to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. They won game 2, 2-1 in overtime. So the Florida Panthers are up 2-0 on the Carolina Hurricanes. Game 3 is at Florida. Game 3 will be Monday on TNT. So should be it's a good series so far. The road team, obviously Florida, they got hot by beating. You called them by your or by your called it.
What the heck is that? I know what he's.
Back in late September, beginning of October, on this show, somebody said the Vegas Knights was going to win it all, and they're in the Western Conference Finals.
They are, and they up 2-0 against the Dallas Stars. They beat the Dallas Stars 3-2 in overtime. So there have been 4 conference finals games. All 4 conference finals games have went to overtime.
That one other night was on at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That was game 1. That was Florida and Carolina. That was 3-2, 4 overtimes right there on TNT. Vegas won game 1, 4-3 overtime, and they won game 2 Sunday 3-2 overtime. So Vegas is up. Vegas is the number 1 seed. They have home ice advantage, I should say. Game 3 and game 4 being Dallas. So
I know NHL fans, they gotta be loving it. All the games are in overtime.
Absolutely. You get more. You get more hockey.
All the games been very competitive.
Absolutely. And even like I said, even with the big dog you called Vegas early in the year, and Lee Ice you called the Panthers. Because the Panthers beat Boston, that was an upset.
Major upset.
I don't care what nobody said. That was a major upset.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Yeah.
Is there any more pressure than a goalie in the NHL in overtime? Who has more? Pick a sport. Who has more pressure?
I would say a quarterback. I would say a quarterback is the most pressurous job in the world. I would say being a quarterback, especially if you were Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. I should say this. I'm sorry. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. If you on that level, then yeah, like that is pressure because you're expected to win every day. If you don't win, man, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? Like, why you ain't win? Why you ain't 17-0? Like, you can lose a game.
I agree with that up to a point. Only reason I agree with that because the NFL has a higher profile than the NHL. The NHL is a third or fourth sport. So that's the only reason. But I think if you just look at it as just pressure pack,
Yeah,
without the hype around it, I think the goalie in the NHL has more pressure than anybody period in any sport. Besides soccer, known as football.
Well, yeah, because they have a goalie. Yeah,
you might get the country. You lose that.
Yeah, you might. Well, I was gonna say, all joking aside, I was gonna say now seeing these firers in the NBA, if you don't win the championship every year or be where your team should be, they're gonna fire you too. So
yeah.
So I would put NBA coaches in there as well. Maybe not as high as a goalie or a football player, but I just think the most pressure you got is the NFL quarterback because you control the game. Your defense can give up 35, but Patrick Mahomes scored 38.
I was just talking about in a particular moment, like the overtime. Like they screw up, it's over. I mean, it's done.
Yeah, it's definitely on them. They probably the most.
I give you that, but shit, if a quarterback screw up, that's the game too. Brett Favre, 2007 NFC Championship game, overtime. The game was overtime. He threw a pick. Game over.
Yep. All right, let's move to some Major League Baseball. Josh, what's going on in Major League Baseball?
Man, we got a lot going on. Shohei Ohtani, the modern day Babe Ruth, pitching, hitting, doing his thing. As a pitcher, he's 5-1, ERA 3. He has a 3.23 ERA, 71 strikeouts. He has a 0.91 WHIP as a pitcher, very impressive. He has 11 home runs as a hitter. His average is .286 as a hitter. I mean, he's just the modern day Babe Ruth. It sucks that the Los Angeles Angels have their two best players, in Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, and they can't even make the playoffs. Baseball has to expand the playoffs just for them to get in it. It's insane.
And he goes both ways. I mean,
he's a pitcher and a hitter, man. He's the modern day Babe Ruth, man. It's just remarkable the talent that we have in baseball between Shohei Ohtani, Fernando Tatis, Mookie Betts. I forgot my guy in Atlanta. The guy in Atlanta I like too. He never come back to me. But I mean, it's just so much young talent. Think about this: the AL East. You got the division swapped up. Like
everybody has a winning record.
Everybody has a winning record. Everybody from the Toronto Blue Jays, Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Toronto. I say Toronto. I think I said Toronto. Might be missing the team. Tampa Bay Devil Rays. They lead it. So a great division. Baseball is definitely doing that thing for sure.
Hey, shout out to the Baltimore Orioles. I know we got a lot of Orioles fans that watch this show.
Absolutely. We love you. We love y'all Oriole fans, man. We got y'all.
My Nats might get back in the picture.
Yeah, no, you need to become an Oriole fan because the Nats, that was a couple years ago. They had that World Series with Trey Turner.
You asked about Sean Taylor. I'm asked about it a lot, and I think you know that it chokes me up, you know, and you know how close he and I was. I was like another dad to him. But I'm involved heavily in the new movie that is going to come out called The Safety. We're going to do a really good deal on that. I've been involved still with the family on those type of things, but I think about him every day, you know, and as you know, when we were on the sideline, when I'd be jumping in the middle of his ass about something too. And the one thing that Sean would always say to get me to finally click off, hey, I got it. Get on to the next play. And it would make me smile when he would say, on to the next play. Well, I hear that almost daily. So I know he looks down and says, hey, check it, buddy. Get on to the next play. And I appreciate you asking about him because he does mean a lot to both of us.
Lee Ice, that's Greg Williams on the pivot with Ryan Clark and company. Back to you.
I'm still upset to this day that Dan Snyder didn't hire that man to follow Joe Gibbs. 4 years under Joe Gibbs, under the tutelage of Joe Gibbs, kept everything intact. He went and hired damn fucking Jim Zorn. I'm still pissed over that shit. But I heard him say there was a movie coming out called Safety.
Yeah, they've been in the works for about a year, almost 2 years now. About his, they're gonna go back to his high school days all the way up to the night his murder.
Damn. Sean Taylor, man.
And they're gonna talk about all the safeties he's influenced throughout the NFL and USFL and XFL and CFL.
Yeah, rest in peace to Sean Taylor, man. I remember him. I remember watching him at Miami, and I remember a couple years ago. I mean, not a couple years ago, but like 1 or 2 years before him, they had Ed Reed, and I thought Ed Reed was the finest safety I ever seen in college. Sean Taylor's not better. Sean Taylor's not better than Ed Reed in the NFL, but in college, Sean Taylor was better than Ed Reed. Sean Taylor was a bad mobile foot.
If he would have kept it simple, he would have been the best safety ever.
Well, I'm gonna say this. It's hard for me to say that he's been better than Ed Reed, Palabalu, Ronnie Lott. And I'm gonna say this. He definitely would have been that. He definitely is at that table. And he didn't even play that long, but he definitely at the table with them. The versatility that he had. I remember one play, he tricked Brett Favre. So Brett Favre, he thought he had him. Sean Taylor's on the other side of the field. He pumps. This is Greg Jenner. He pumps. Greg Jenner is wide open. And I said wide open.
All the way across the field.
All the way across the field and picked it up. I'm like, damn. Like,
I think he picked Brett Favre off 2 or 3 times.
He should have. He should have.
5 times.
Yeah, he should have had like 5 picks. That's what Greg Williams said in the football life. That's another football life I saw. That was, I ain't gonna lie, that was heartbreaking too. That was heartbreaking just because. And then Sean Taylor, his pouts with the media, they thought he was a thug. Michael Wilbon, Colin Cowherd. So you know.
I'm gonna tell you who's playing like Sean Taylor in the NBA. His name is Jimmy Buckets, baby. Jimmy Butler. Is there anybody playing better than him in the NBA playoffs?
Yes, sir. Top 5 center ever, Nikola Jokic. But I'm gonna give Jimmy Butler his flowers first. What he has, Miami up 2-0 on the road. He had them up 2-0. They're going home for Game 3 on Sunday. But shout out today, later on today, I should say. They're going up for Game 3 today, so that should be good. I still expect Boston to win the series, though. I like Boston to win. I think Boston's the better team. The problem with Boston, the reason why I cannot pick them to win the championship, and I think the Denver Nuggets will win the championship, is because they have too many laws. Like, their bad is terrible. Their good doesn't outweigh their bad. So, with that being said, I think the Denver Nuggets are going to win the championship. Shout out to Charles Barkley. He's been on this. Charles Barkley has been on this. Your Charles Barkley has been on this for a couple months now. He said the 2 teams he liked was Denver and the Clippers. Just so happened to be if the Clippers would have beat the Suns, they would have had to play Denver in the second round. So we see how that would have went. But I just want to shout out Jimmy Butler. I've had some friends tell me Jimmy Butler's better than Kawhi Leonard. I disagree, but I like Kawhi Leonard. And when you watch Jimmy Butler, it's hard to say you don't see Kawhi Leonard in him.
You know what Jimmy Butler's doing right now? Adding to, I think I said he's adding to his resume to get in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he already a Hall of Famer.
You think so? Some people might say he ain't a Hall of Famer, but
Yeah. Everybody
get
gets.
this team to the finals. Oh yeah.
Well, let me say this.
Definitely
Let me say
punches
this.
it.
Let me say this. I felt like he made the Hall of Fame when he took that first team to the finals. So
You know how people downplay the bubble, so
no. You can't. Let me say this, and I hated the bubble because my Clippers in advance, fine, but you cannot say the same 4 teams that's left in the conference finals now are the same 4 teams that were left in the bubble conference finals. Denver got better. The Lakers got. I don't know if you want to say the Lakers got better, but the Lakers are there. The Celtics experience should get them better, and Miami actually is worse because they don't have the same team that they had. So, with that being said, I'm not going to disrespect the bubble. I'm not going to do that.
But you got Boston coming back and beating them?
I do got Boston coming back and beating them. I do.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised because Boston is just a better team. Boston is a better team.
Better team, yes.
I mean, just what Miami and Jimmy Butler's doing. Some people call it smoke and mirrors. Man, it's just bad, man.
They bad.
Like he always said, we got dogs.
Got some dogs, man.
Your boy LeBron.
Oh man! Oh, you can't wait for this, guys.
You
can't wait for this.
Missing the open dunks, and why is he trying to be like? Well, I mean, shooting threes like that, man. Good God, man.
So the Lakers
14 straight.
The Lakers beat the Warriors, and they think they're the Warriors now. It's crazy how that works. They beat the Warriors, guys, like I said, not because of the rest, because the Warriors missed the shots. And that's why the Nuggets beating the Lakers, because they can't make shots. LeBron missing, obviously, game. I think it was game 2. He missed layups, ball slipped out of his hand, all that. Fine, that's gonna happen. Mistakes gonna happen. But I'm thoroughly impressed with Jamal Murray, Michael Porter. I love the Nuggets, but I got to shout out Nikola Jokic. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a Joel Embiid supporter, and during the whole season, I thought Joel Embiid was better than him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say 4 names: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. Everybody else, you can make a case Nikola Jokic is better than them.
I can't argue with you, man. I've been trying to tell you.
My bad. I'm sorry. Hakeem Olajuwon will be the 5th name. I didn't add him. I apologize. My bad. So Hakeem Olajuwon
was LeBron last night.
What I have here, Skip Bayless, is the official outfit of the GOAT, along with the accessories, Mama Dance, Beats by Dre, and GOAT James.
Huh. I didn't know goats listen to music. I didn't either.
GOAT James did a number on them on Heat yesterday.
Yep.
Let them know what they have, what they missing.
Yep.
Take a boom off.
Yeah.
I hope Skip really give it to Shannon when
I can't. You know who I can't wait to see? Good old Nick Wright. Oh, I can't wait to see.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I can't wait because he was off on Friday, and the Nuggets was up 2-0, and he told Nick Wright tweeted, I quote, well, the Nuggets won their first 2 games, so after game 4, I expected it to be 2-2. Now, Nick Wright, let me tell you this: game 4 the bar. Your show come on at 3:00, and the game at 8:30. By Tuesday, you might not even have no reason to be talking about the Lakers.
He still made one of the dumbest statements ever. Besides going 6-0 in the finals, what is Michael Jordan better than? How is Michael Jordan better than LeBron James? Come on.
Yeah, Nick Wright is an idiot, and the problem is that he has a TV show, and people, the LeBron millions, they follow that. Can't do that. Nick Wright is not the guy to follow. Not the guy to follow at all. He will burn the money. The man, let me just say this. Just like people knock me, I'm going to knock this, and I'm going to knock him. Well, you like Tom Brady. He's the best quarterback ever. Yeah, let me give Nick Wright, let me stand up. Nick Wright, I'm going to stand up, bro. Because you like Patrick Mahomes. You like the Tom Brady of this earth. So congratulations, Nick. Congratulations. I give you no props for picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. They have the best player in the league.
Still hard to do, though, man.
No. I'm not taking nothing away from their Super Bowl. But, bro, let me say it like this. Oh, let me just say this. When Tom Brady was Tom Brady?
Breathe each day of my life for this business.
What is that? Who was that, man?
Ric Flair.
Oh, normally you let it ride out.
The great Ric Flair.
No,
But yeah, man. Yeah, like I can't wait to see that. But yeah, Denver, obviously they're going to the finals. I think it'll be Denver and the Celtics. Who you think will be in the finals? Denver and who else?
I mean, it's hard to pick against Miami, but I would not be surprised if Boston comes back.
Yeah, we got to have.
If they had that, I don't know if they had.
In New Jersey, in Chicago. And we talking and
your ass
and came down on the left side, caught on the left wing, went through a couple of dribbles, and then he took off on the left box.
That's what I said.
And dude floated all the way to the right box.
Great Isaiah Thomas. Great Isaiah Thomas.
On the other side.
You talking about my man Doc?
And I swear to God, Joe and I were on the phone, and for about 5 minutes, man, it was just dead. I was just dead silent. What the fuck did we just see? Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey man, I see you at practice tomorrow.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that's Isaiah. Man, listen to him tell stories. Them stories.
Let's commercial break, Lee Ice.
All right, we'll be back. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up like a Christmas gift. You heard what the big dog said. That's my nephew, Josh, on the ice. We'll be right back.
I've got a lot on the agenda today, so let's begin. Yes, Matthew?
I'm so sorry. I mean, you're welcome.
Yeah, well, as you might expect, the pain's unlike anything I've ever experienced before, but I've got a lot to do today, so let's keep moving, okay? Maura?
Sorry. It was really wonderful.
Yes, I can confirm that, but Maura, I actually made a pledge to the President and the people of the United States to keep the nation informed as to the activities of its leader.
You guys want to talk to me or someone to help you with anything?
People, this subject is not on the agenda today. Believe me, there's nothing I'd like more than to drop down behind this podium and weep. I can't do this. Why? Because I'm a grown man. I've got a job to do, and so do you.
So Lee Ice, he came to the podium, and 5 minutes before he came to this podium, his wife died. Of 20 years.
Wow. That's rough.
Yep. That's why I say he get my award of the year.
Wow. That's real rough, man.
Yep.
All right. I know nephew real happy after that draft lottery. I know
San Antonio, baby, here we come. Man, look. Great things happen to people who wait. Ladies and gentlemen, you people who know me, watch this show, I had to learn that over time. We lost Kawhi Leonard, went through some down years. DeMar DeRozan, got rid of him. DeJounte Murray, got rid of him. And that led us to Victor Wembanyama. Lee Ice, I know you think you're a little bit too light in the cake, so we can go through all that. That's fine, I give you that. But for right now, the San Antonio fans, we have hope. We have a player that we feel can lead us. And with that being said, I was definitely ecstatic. I knew the Spurs was going to get the number 1 pick. I told you that from the jump. And when they had it, the first person I called was you.
Man, they got the number 1 pick. Congratulations, but we already knew they was going to get it. Right?
I didn't know that.
The Tony Parker connection.
My little punk friend, I'm like 5 other guy. Y'all want to be what I am and have been.
You know it was rigged, right?
I
They
don't know.
rigged the lottery something. I mean, they be rigging that lottery.
Okay, all right. Well, look, let me say it like this. Out of all the teams that could use them, we beat. Houston got good players. Yeah, we need a star player that we can
Antonio needs to get back in the mix.
Exactly.
I don't know what the hell they done the last couple of years.
Well, bro, we had to tear it down. We was winning for 20 years. We had to tear it down. Trade DeJounte Murray. We let Lonnie Walker go. We let you know Lonnie Walker very well. We let him go. You feel me? We let Derek White go. We drafted him, DeJounte Murray. So we let some good pieces go.
He's gonna need some help though.
Well, I mean, we got some money. We got some draft picks we can trade. So let's see what this kid can do. Let me say it like this. I wouldn't trade everything this year. But if this young man, if Victor Wembanyama come in the NBA, next season, well, obviously next season, and show me he can be a number one, oh, they better start trading some of them pieces and get some players.
Would Pop go after Harden?
No, the name, if I'm Popovich, I'm looking for it. His name, he's important. Damian Lillard. That's the name. I don't want nothing to do with James Harden on my team. Let me get Damian Lillard. They need a guard like Damian Lillard anyway. That would be the name I'd be looking at if I'm the Spurs.
I look at him, he's real, but then again, don't nobody play in the post.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, it's only two guys. There's only two guys that play in the post: Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. That's it. And Embiid and Jokic, they play more on the perimeter than they do in the post. I would say Jokic play more in the post than Embiid. So you got two guys out of what, 300-400? You good? And he's no homo. He's so long. Like his he's so long. So like, yeah, like he can just lay the ball up. Like I'm not saying he's George Gervin, but like George Gervin, the finger roll. He can literally finger roll the ball right off his hand.
I know y'all
finger roll that motherfucker from the free throw line. He shot a three, missed it, and then dunked it.
The three, yeah, I was about to say that.
That's insane. That's like I'm like that is literally one of the most insane basketball plays I've ever seen.
Because I mean, he gonna do his thing because, like I said, there ain't nobody down low that's gonna bang on him and
exactly.
Throw his ass to the ground and be like, "Look here, young buck, you're in the NBA now. Ain't no Charles Oakleys or Anthony Mason. You know what I'm saying? To push him around, Bill and big. So, what is he? 7'3"?
Yeah, he's 7'3".
7'3" with point guard skills, shooting guard skills, small forward skills, and the height of a damn.
Walk out here in front of the whole world, and for 1 second, try and intimate that you think you're ready for me. I will make that decision.
Man. So, you think James Harden's going back to Philly?
No, I think he's out of Philly.
Where you going? His man is there, Daryl Morey.
I think he go back to Houston.
With
Ime Udoka.
Yeah. So who's gonna coach the Sixers?
Monty Williams.
Who's gonna coach the Phoenix?
I
told you. Who's gonna coach?
I would probably say Nick Nurse. Doc Rivers not getting that job.
Watch Doc Rivers get that job in Phoenix. Watch he get that job in Phoenix and go through all of this again.
I ain't gonna lie. If he got that job in Phoenix with KD and Booker, if he couldn't get to the conference finals with them, that would be insane. That would be worse. Let me say this. That would be worse than anything he did with the Clippers and anything he did with the Suns. Because he never had, you can laugh all you want, he never had that type of talent. Nobody on the Clippers was as good as KD. Shit, nobody on the Clippers was as good as Devin Booker. And that's no disrespect to Chris Paul. And then
speaking of your man, KD, earlier in the season, you say he was arguably the best player in the world, right?
Yeah.
So where is he now? Where you put KD now?
I mean, he's a top 5 player.
Everything that's transpired.
He a top 5 player. If you say, if I had to rank him,
I mean, you taking him from number 1 and putting him.
I mean, so is everybody healthy? Is this just make believe? Like, how am I doing it? Because let me say, if I'm lining all these basketball players up, he's probably like the 4th or 5th player I'm taking. I'm taking Kawhi over him. I'm taking Giannis over him. Depending on what type team I got, I would take Curry over him. Depending on what type team I got. But
you're not taking Jokic over him?
Nah, I put Jokic in a different category. I put big men in a different category than wings.
Jokic runs the team. I mean, everything.
No. I know that. I'm not taking nothing away from. And yeah, he's probably the best player in the NBA. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But I look at big men differently than I look at God. Like, for example, Shaq and Kobe. They were on the same team, but I looked at them differently. Kobe did more ball handling, did more stuff than Shaq. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a better player than Shaq. Shaq was more dominant than Kobe. It doesn't mean he's a better player than Kobe. So I put big men in their own category. As far as the people I mentioned, the wings and the guards, Curry, Luka, LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi, Jimmy Butler, He in there with them.
Oh, I got somebody for you, San Antonio.
Oh,
Kyrie.
no, hell no. Stop. No.
Why not?
Bro, we don't need we got a young kid. We don't need nothing crazy going on with this young kid. Let's tutor him right. Let's get his brain right. Let's rock out. No, I'm good with Kyrie. I love Kyrie.
Point guard.
Who can't play point guard?
Wembanyama.
That's fine. We'll find somebody else. We need people who gonna get the young kid right. Not somebody that's gonna tell the young kid at 8 o'clock to go jump off the roof and then at 8:30 ask him why the fuck he did it. No, we need people that's gonna get him right. And I love Kyrie. I love him. But no, I'm not on this. Young boy too young. No, we need smart.
So he goes back to Dallas?
No. I'm not
the happiest he's ever been.
Yeah, I know. That's bullshit. They gotta say that all the time. I don't know where he's going. I'm not gonna try to act like I'm Kyrie Irving's thought and his brain because I would be crazy. I'm not gonna act like I know where he's going, but I don't think he's staying in Dallas. No.
Lakers?
They don't have enough money.
No money.
Yeah, money. Let me say that if he went to a team that he was going to take a pay cut for me, it should be the Clippers. Because if he was smart, he saw what Russell Westbrook did with the Clippers. He could have that same role, but he don't play the same way as Russ. Russ played with energy. Kyrie played with just smoothness, ball handling, just do his thing.
He ain't rebounding like Russ.
That's what I'm saying. I just say he don't play like Russ. So Russ get a lot of his stuff on energy. Not because he's a great player. Well, he's a great player. I'm not saying taking that away from him. He gets stuff off energy. Kyrie get his stuff off just his ability. That's two different types. That's a two different type of game.
I'm happy for you. Y'all got the next
number one pick. Yeah, we got the number one pick. The next generational superstar, baby. Let's get it.
Greatest thing since sliced bread. We'll see. All right, y'all. Time has flown past, and it's time for us to jet. So we're going to leave you like we always leave you. Whether you like it or don't like it, I know y'all LeBron fans.
Big time, yeah. Coffee in the big time.
Somebody about to get swept.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week. Go ahead.
Freak out.
Freak out.
Big time, yeah.
Freak out.
Coffee in the big time. Cup of coffee, man, yeah. Man. Wow, man, freak out.